Good morning, class 9. Today we will start with the next chapter, tissues. So what are tissues? A group of collection of similar cells performing or held to perform the same function and they arise from same origin are called tissues. Tissues are of different types depending on the function of the organism, but there are main two categories of tissues, plant tissues and animal tissues. Now we will study some of the differences between plant and animal tissues. Animal tissues are mobile, so they require more energy, hence living tissues are required. Plant tissues, on the other hand, since plants are stationary, they do not require much energy, hence living tissues are not required. Animal moves from one place to another in search of food, shelter, hence they need more energy, so these tissues are living. In plants, the tissues provide structural strength. Most of the tissues are dead and they can provide mechanical strength as easily as the living ones and need less maintenance. In case of animal tissues, cell growth is uniformly distributed, whereas in case of plant tissues, the growth is limited to certain regions. In case of animal tissues, structural organization of organs and organ system is more specialized and complex, whereas in case of plant tissues it is less complex. So we will study first plant tissues. What are plant tissues? Plants perform functions which are different from animals, and also the structure is different, hence they have tissues which are different from animals. They are further classified into subcategories. So this is a diagrammatic representation. Here you can see the table. Plant tissues are of two main types, meristematic and permanent. Then permanent is of two main types, simple and complex. Then simple tissues are of three further subtypes, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma and collenchyma combines to form chlorenchyma. Complex tissues are of two main types, xylem and phloem, which have their own subcategories. So first we will study the first type of plant tissues, the meristematic tissue. The main characteristic of this tissue is that it is responsible for growth of plants. It is continuously dividing tissue and it is located at specific location and divide continuously to give rise to new cells to the plant body. So they are dividing continuously and they later differentiate into permanent tissue. So what are the characteristics of meristematic tissue? The cells are made of thin and elastic cell wall made of cellulose. The cells may be round, oval, polygonal or rectangular in shape. They are compact. They have no intercellular space. There is a large nucleus and abundant cytoplasm. The protoplasm contains very few or no vacuoles at all. So meristematic tissue occurs at specific region in the plant body. This is so because in plant body growth occurs only at these regions. Hence, on the basis of this, there are three types of meristem: apical, intercalary and lateral. Apical is present on the apex, intercalary is present in between the region and lateral on the sides. So first we will study apical meristem. As the name suggests, this tissue is present at the apex of the main and lateral shoots and roots. This tissue gives the plant body a linear growth.